Hey Tyler, why don't you go ahead and tell us your name and what
Huh.
grade you are in?
Hi, I'm Tyler Unger, and I am a freshman
You're a freshman.
at Texas I.
Um, what is your theater background?
I've been doing theater ever since second grade. First production was Music Man. I've done Cinderella, Freaky Friday, Shrek the Musical, Peter Pan, and most recently, Puffs.
Okay. Are you always on stage or do you work some behind the scenes as well?
The one tech experience that I've had was working on a Silverman show that was Godspell, and I did Spotlight for that. That was a fun experience. But other than that, I've always been on stage.
On stage. And what did you do in this play?
So in this play, I was on stage again. I was also an understudy for I think three people.
Okay. Your mom told me that your person you played got changed. What happened there?
Yeah. So the last night, I got a call right before I went to sleep. Sunday, we had just done a show, and extremely tired,
Yeah, great timing.
and it was amazing. But so one of the cast members, one of their family members, got a positive test for COVID-19.
Oh,
So I had to learn all of their lines and blocking. And it
wow.
was such a crazy experience.
So you had to learn all of their lines and blocking and then performed how far after that call?
That call was Sunday night,
Mhm.
and I performed that Monday night. So it was
Wow,
like less than 24 hours.
a quick turnaround. Were a
Yeah.
lot of the people in the play was positive COVID testing? Did that come up a lot for anyone else?
We actually did have to get our date pushed back because we did have a cast member who other family member did get a positive COVID-19 test. Other than that, we didn't have any other COVID tests. No one really felt sick. If you felt
Mhm.
just a little bit sick, you were told, "Oh, don't come to rehearsal today." And if they got a COVID test and it came back negative, then they were great.
Yeah.
Other than that,
So
no.
you already told us that you did the musical. Was it a musical or just a
Play.
play? Play.
It was just a
Puffs.
play. Yeah.
Could you tell us
Yes.
really short what that was?
Puffs is a show that dives into the Hufflepuff or Puff side of the Harry Potter world. And it's all the 7 years, but all from the Puff's perspective. And it's a really, really funny take on all the Harry Potter movies and books.
That's cool. So how you already kind of got into this, but how is this year's experience different than all of your other years' experience in theater?
Well, this is also my first ever high school play as a high schooler, so that was an experience by itself.
Mhm.
And of course, with the global pandemic, that just adds a little bit more of a uniqueness to it. But yeah, so we had to wear masks and we had to social distance the entire time, just as everyone else. However, what really was difficult was all the blocking had to be done in a mask and had to be socially distanced. And
Oh,
there were a lot of scenes where you just can't really socially distance. We got away with it a little bit because of the masks, which was really great. We did have a little bit of trouble with the masks at first. The first mask that we tried, we could not breathe in. The second mask we tried, we really couldn't talk in, and you really couldn't understand. And then finally, we went with the paper masks, and it was still great. However, you really can't tell facial expressions, so that
mm,
was just an entire mess on its own,
yeah.
trying to have these big faces, and it worked pretty well though.
So, for the people who don't know what blocking means, can you say that for us?
Blocking is basically what the character does on stage that's not talking, how they move, where they're moving, and what they're doing.
And all of those movements on stage had to try to stay in CDC guidelines.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
So no high
yeah.
fives, no hugging, right?
We could do that. However, there was like hand sanitizer everywhere.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. It really is.
Did it affect your acting at all to have that constant, this is a CDC guideline, these are hand sanitizers? Was there anything like that that got in the way of your experience?
Um, for the acting part, no. We were just completely going with it. For the whole experience itself, of course it's different. I mean, you can't have these like really cool scenes where you have this like amazing like hug scene and everyone's
Mhm.
just on stage having a great time. You have to maintain that social distance and keep the masks on and make sure that hand sanitizer is done. It's just and I don't think that was stressful. Most of the stress was definitely learning all the lines and blocking for everyone.
Right. So there's just regular theater stress.
Yeah.
Did it change the after play experience? Like the after party experience? Because I know that with a lot of theater people, the thing that they really enjoy is the community. And so was that changed at all this year?
Yeah, so we did not have an after party, which was, really sad.
Yeah.
Also because the show ended on a school night. That was a little bit,
Yeah.
iffy. But right after the show ended, we took a big cast picture and then that was basically it. We all said our goodbyes. We said, "Hey, we'll see you tomorrow." And it was that. So it was a little bit of a weird thing after like that whole thing. But probably during the show with the whole community aspect of theater, making friends and stuff like that, that definitely wasn't affected. We still were making friends. The freshmen were perfectly incorporated everything. But yeah, we did not
You
have an
would
after
know
party, which was
as a freshman.
yeah.
You have it as on good standing that the freshmen were involved.
It was so amazing. It was just this experience especially because I've done plays as an elementary and middle schooler,
Yeah.
and just being in high school, it's different and it's a very fun experience.
So I think you already kind of answered this, but I'll go ahead and ask. But would you do another play in this climate again? Is it worth it? So if COVID-19 stretches on, and it comes to the springtime and we still have these guidelines, would you sign up again?
Oh, absolutely. It's like in a heartbeat, especially after this production and how well it went and the positive feedback from everyone and how just incredible it was. Even with the whole wearing a mask, socially distance, that like didn't affect anything. It was this is something that we're doing. This is a community, this is a family, and in a heartbeat I would definitely do it again.
That's a pretty strong answer.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for taking your time to talk to me. I know that you're very busy.
you're so
Um,
welcome.
I appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to talk about this experience?
Um If you have the opportunity to see Puffs or do Puffs, do it. It's an extremely funny play, and I really love it.
All right. Bye, Tyler.
Bye.